Hey, how's it in the name of Christ? It's your girl Crankcake Garabo. I hope you're good. I hope you're peachy. I hope you're Stella. And I hope you're in a neat little bunch. Oh goodness, usually I look at the date. My computer's there far away. It's the 19th of December 2023, a Tuesday. What's up? Yeah, look at my hair. Remember I moisturized it like 2 days ago? And I did this like hairstyle like day before yesterday? Well, that's what it's looking like. Okay. Observe. Look at the coils. Gaze upon them, please. Take a good look. Why is that hair just there all by its savvy? All by its lonesome? Oh no, what'd I do? Don't. Oh. Anyway, so that's what my moisturized hair is observing like. Look. Look again. Do you think I've done a good job? What do you think? Well, if you're in the tribulation, it won't matter. Your hair, when it's passing away, it won't really matter. Because the hair's passing away because you're passing away. But I'm not yet passing away, even though people want me to pass away. So we got her. Ooh, we got her. Why does that do that on its own? Like, it's just like a lonesome hair. Anyway, I don't know how to lay edges. Want to give me an education? I don't want education. Not like that. What's up, guys? I hope you're good in the name of Christ. Look, I'm feeling proud of my hair. I'm feeling proud, yeah. But I'm still itchy sometimes, so we still use the needle. I'm feeling very proud. Gaze upon the hair. So healthy. Wow, right? Like, what? So healthy. Just so healthy. Anyway, whatever. Guess what's not healthy? My skin. Okay, but the hair, killing it, kicking it. Vibrant with all that. Yeah, so I mean, guys, you see that I'm just like this money-making thing that's got no dough. Cause look at what I be doing with my hair. Look at what my moisturizer done did for my hair. Look at what my homemade moisturizer and body butter, look at what it done did for my hair, My hair and don't move. My hair and don't move. Cleavage. My hair and don't move. My hair and don't move. My hair. My hair, you guys. It's like, whoa, hey. I made my own little hair thing. And my hair is all dense. Yeah. Some people's skulls be dense like my hair. And I'm like, no, it's not okay. It's not okay. Don't let the skull be dense. Only the hair. Move the ear out the way over there just to show you like what's going on, like what. Anyway, what's up, guys? Like, I just feel like this is a showcase of my product that I'm not even selling, but it's done this for my hair. I made my own product, y'all. My product. Remember how yellow and turmeric-y it looked that day? Do you see yellow and turmeric now? Do you? Well, of course you don't, and the reason you don't see yellow and turmeric... Oh, come on, just do! The reason you're not seeing yellow and turmeric is because it's all absorbed and my hair's like drinking it up like it's juice. What's up? Let's put caveats out there. You know what, I'm not even sure at this point. My captions, they're not always accurate. What am I doing? Grabo, you know, in the honest order. Okay, we don't like what the... Oh, 1 minute. What's up? I'm back. I pretend. Way-oh. I'm doing in the edits ahead of the dissidents over there. Why I gotta have such good hair, but I ain't got no good eye. Why I gotta have such good hair when I've got such terrible eyes? What'd I ever do to deserve this? What about all the carrots I eat? I don't like that I need the glasses. I don't like that I can't get prescription. I don't like that my computer is too far. I don't like that the Wi-Fi is too far. And so my eyes, I gotta squint them. Why? Because that's a squinting thing. Why? Because I cannot see. Why? Because my eyes don't see. Why? Because I'm just don't understand why my nails don't grow very well, but my hair does. My hair is a unique individual like me. Only thing thriving in its ecosystem. Like what? What? Cause I'm that girl, that's what's good. Anyway, 1 minute, I gotta go close there because I need to see what's happening, guys. Like, 1 minute. Okay, so I saw what's happening over there. And even though it's not ideal what's going on, I'm just gonna let it go. Where's my fan? Listen, we're not singing today. I don't want to do it. Okay, I already did, but like, we're gonna stop. People are guilty. I'm like, as in, Blom, make like a flower. I just feel as if they'll take a small breather. Or a big one. But before we take breathers, can we please just discuss the fact that my hair product is just the baddest? Like what? Guys, look, like my product defines curls, and my product thickens hair, and my product makes hair jet black, and yet I ain't making no money. That's just the problem. That's the thing that I'm out here gonna rap on about. We're gonna talk, we're gonna have a conversation, okay? Like briefly, maybe not briefly, I don't know. Y'all know I can be like hard knock. Mamelang, I'm intelligent, I'm gifted, I'm innovative, like in the worst way. I should be a millionaire by now, but like I'm sitting around scraping the 2 cent, I'm scraping like 2 rands and 2 rand 50. I'm busy scraping like not even $1, because then that's just like extreme. That's what's happening. And people feel guilty. Why? I need to understand why you feel guilty for the fact that like literally a woman that is supposed to be a millionaire is gathering dust at the back of her mother's house. Can we just have a discussion about why you feel guilty about that, instead of rightly doing what you need to do, instead of just merely feeling guilty? South Africa is a done and dusted dustbin country. It's been thrown in the trash can. Do you understand? It's out here roaming around with maggots all over the show, gnawing away at it. Because you took the best of your people and you threw them away. We're having conversation, let's like talk about my hair. Alright, y'all saw me moisturizing my hair all up in your grill. Maybe you don't see the benefits of my skin product, my body moisturizer, which is like hyper anti-aging and smoothing and whatnot. Cause I'm not out here in these streets about to go show you my legs, cause I might just be, you know, immodest or whatever. Or maybe I can. I don't gotta show you my legs. I can just show you my neck. I can just show you my chest. I can just show you my arm. I can just show you like all this. That's what's good. There are improvements being made thanks to things I manufactured in my own brain. But there's nothing more telling as to whether or not a product is out here doing a thing than Muriri. Like when the hair was like out here being skinny and now it's all fake. Okay, so I've never had skinny hair, but I've also never had hair this thick, and I've also never had hair this black. And I went and innovated a product that's chilling in the refrigerator, the deep freezer, because I can't buy a preservative. And I can't even put it on an online store, sell it, so that all of y'all out here struggling with your alopecia random issues can perhaps try to see if maybe my product won't grow your hair. And all of y'all struggling with popping gray hairs prematurely can't see if maybe I can't restore your hairs to like jet black. That's what's good. Yeah. But like, I'm not able to make money. Oh, that's the thing. Can we just have like a discussion about the scriptures over here? Last night when I lay in bed, as I lay me down in the bed, the Lord kept on raising over and over again, and I refused to go and read it until this morning because I bokorat, because I was all sad, you know, but like, you know, we conquer, that's what's good. Proverbs 19, I was like, all of it, Proverbs 19, all of it, for real, like all of it. You know that the Proverbs are just these like one little sentences, these one-liners, right? Yeah, that's what they are, they're one-liners. Proverbs are one-liners. It's not like a whole big fat chunky story that tells you the outcome of something. And I was like, I'm not gonna read it because all you're gonna give me there is just like little pearls of wisdom, and that I'm just like, okay, fine, pearls of wisdom, yay. But then this morning something told me to go and read it because, you know, these days my hope is deferred, so my heart is sick, okay? So every so often I'm grumbly, very moany, groany, sort of kind of to God. I'm like, why don't sile mona? Hubaneng, what's lang? And so when he gives me stuff to like listen to, I'm like Habakkuk, I grumble, I complain. Like Jeremiah, I grumble. But I read the Proverbs anyway, and when I read them, I was like, talk about handed love. Of course it's handed love, because it's the Holy Spirit. He made me read Proverbs 19, and when I read it, I was like, okay, I see why you wanted me to read it. I should have just read it last night. I might have gone to bed feeling a little bit beta. Feeling just a tiny bit beta. But like I didn't, because I was out there grumbling. Like y'all know that I try to yodel and it doesn't work. Yeah, the Proverbs, right? They out here doing a thingamabobby. And those proverbs are basically talking about the hair. Like the hair. Let's do my hair. It don't move. My hair. No, but that's not what we're doing here. My hair. Like, look at my hair. The results. I've got a hair product that's like bomb. It's bomber even than the Zol that you keep on smoking every Thursday. Yeah, that's what's good. I got something that don't work on my hair. That's why that's why I'm scared to skip moisturizing, because I have to moisturize every second week, right? Every week. So, and last week I didn't moisturize, and then I moisturized just like day before yesterday or whatever. The reason why I'm scared to skip moisturizing is because I noticed that as soon as I started using this like double method of mine, this product that I'm using, my hair done did that. Curl pattern, everything is just like flick. I did it. Yes. That's what's good. Yes, I used products that were already off the shelf, but I bolstered them. Kitsaile Aqua's cream, and I poured a whole bunch of stuff in there and made my own body and hair butter. And then I went and I created a hair tonic, and it's done all this, right? It's done all like, come on, yo, my hair. Ooh, Scooby-Doo, ooh-wee-wee. It's unfortunate that I don't know how to do edges, because I don't know how to do anything except that which I know how to do. Know what I'm saying? I can't do edges, I suck. That's what's good. So every so often there's like all this untidy hair here in front with me, just like that's how I do my edges. I mean, I just do this. No, sorry, man. Don't get extreme. Let's go hectic. Don't be hectic. Like, come on. Gel for what? For who? Yeah, boom. Look, I got edges. They lay now. That's how I do my edges. Because I tried the whole gel thing. Didn't work out for me. Why? Because they don't lay. Maybe the issue is the gel or the texture of my hair. I don't know. But I don't know how to do edges. However, over and above, other than not knowing how to do edges, I do, however, know how to do her. I know how to do her now. I never used to know how to do her. Life was rough at some point, but then life got less rough because I was trained and I was taught, and then my hair done did this. Now for me, the thing is, how jet black my hair is. Go healthy la entlogwenyam. It's very healthy, and it lets it it's very healthy, and it's filled my whole head. And I can't make money. I can't manufacture a product. I cannot formulate a product and then put it on an online store and sell to some people so I can make money. Because people make sure that everything I try, I can't. I told you that I once tried to sell print-on-demand t-shirts with my own designs for the gospel, etc. on Etsy, and I was just kicked out of the system. That's just the problem that I've got right now. And what's going on is basically an antichrist system rearing its ugly head, doing its rounds. That's what's good. Yeah, like a warden in a prison. Yeah. Trying to make sure people are incubated in a prison state so that they cannot do what they need to do. And with that being a thingy-mabobby that's roaming these streets, very unfortunately, it means that all of y'all are actively in the process of decimating, massacring, and lambasting your own economies. And all of y'all randos with your lambastive activity of your economies are literally standing on a rooftop, ululating, bashing your chests as like King Kong, asking for the man of lawlessness to be revealed and run your economies in a way that you are nicely controlled, having nothing and yet being happy. Y'all need to understand that you are gonna single-handedly, as a wicked human race that is full of just basic rubbish, yeah, you're gonna so destroy your nation's economies with such activity as whatever under heaven it is that is going on with me. That eventually somebody's gonna have to just like basically take over from you like you're a little child. How can I describe this? I apologize if you're encountering a speech at a lag. Every so often I've got a cell phone device that gives me some real issues. Real problem. Makes me wanna cry. Oh, like that. But like, as long as I can save the content in me, I'm content. I'm struggling, however, with just dealing with the itch, but I told you, I think this is just contact dermatitis. Every time I moisturize, ever since I could remember, as far back as I could remember, my scalp itches. It's like my scalp wants to be dry, but my hair wants to grow. So, I mean, choose the lesser of two evils, really, at this point. I don't even know what to do. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever under heaven it is that ultimately ushers in a whole dystopian global system is the defeatism that people walk in. Like, day and night, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they out here eating defeat. Yeah. And God is gonna go on right ahead and grab the babies, like disappear with them, and then all of y'all gonna have the economies you created. You are going to be chosen by what you consider to be spectacular king to live in his kingdom, and in exchange for your allegiance, he's going to want you to just, be docile and nicely accepting of the status quo. And this guy will have only been put in his position of power, gotten to where under heaven it is that he got. That's what's good. With you like adoring him and worshiping him and kissing every last nook and cranny of his body. He will have only gotten there because you will have made the climate, nice and fervently ready for him to do that. Yeah. The stage is set. By who? You have literally set a stage for rubbish. You've made it such that your economies are gonna be entirely decimated, so that somebody gotta rock up and fix it up and now patchwork. I'm so disquieted by all of this speech lagging. I don't know what's happening in life, and I don't want to find myself without being able to save content. Just save. I was able to save, you guys, believe it or not. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, I was able to save. I guess you're gonna have to believe it because the first part was here. The earlier part of this particular chat session. Listen up, Cain, out here murdering Abel. This is your end result, okay? Word me. Sorry, I'm distracted. Every so often I break out into randomness. I think that's clear. Hey, look, I look like I got 3 fingers over there. It's so ideal, because y'all be thinking I'm an alien. Okay, cool beans and bananas. Righto. Think about a kid, y'all, that has an allowance from the mom. Like, the mother is thoroughly trustworthy. Not trustworthy, sorry, but trusting of this human individual of a young nature. And the mother's like, you're my child, and so I'm gonna give you the benefit of the crazy doubt. And I am going to give you all of your money. All of it in one sitting for the entire year. And trust you to do what you ought. That you might have autonomy. That you might not have to ask me, tap on my shoulder every time you need something. That you might take risks with your money, invest it, and hope to earn a return. And should there be, basically something that happens that makes it such that you lose your investment, you're gonna have to just accept and take in your stride that you don't have money for the rest of the year, but you can't knock on my door and ask me for money. If you do, understand you are going to be loaning it from next year's entire allowance. And so next year you're going to start off on a deficit. So you do better to just take in your stride how dry and arid the rest of the year is because of your bad investment choices. I'm going to give you all of this money in one big fat chunky lump sum, and just trust that you are going, because I trust you as my child, that you're going to do right by your money, make it grow, maybe even put me in a position to loan from you one day. And the son is like, yes, mom, please, I'll take it. Like, y'all, I've been wanting to, make some big investments, but it's very frustrating for me to have to wait a couple of months for me to finally save up. The money that you give me to get this thing, so if I get it straight away, I can buy it immediately and then basically start to make money from the investment that I have made. And the mother's like, okay, cool, I'll trust you. Just don't drown, don't starve. I'll trust you. And then this kid gets this chunky lump sum at the beginning of the year, and not only squanders it, but squanders it on whores and like parties and alcohol and like drugs, and he then goes on right ahead to lend a whole chunk of it to a pimp friend of his in order for him to expand his brothel. And then he goes on right ahead and hoping that he's gonna get a return on his investment, and then makes a deal with the shoddy, underhanded, like underworld criminal syndicate that, like, you know, deals in black art, black market artwork. And he imagines that he is investing because tomorrow he's gonna get the real deal, authentic Mona Lisa on the black market. Yeah, that's what's good. And he is then going to make like a whole million from the several hundreds of thousands that the mother gave him. He's going to make millions upon millions out of it. He imagines that in investing in crime, he can splurge and splurge and squander because he's going to make that much more in investments. And his biggest investment is in a brothel and an underground, what do you call this, like a black market art like syndicate. That's what's good. This kid then, upon dealing with bandits, finds himself in March. It's not even like June. The half the year has not even progressed. He then finds himself like out here hanging out in March, and it's starting to be all shrivelly cold. He's starting to reach the end of his money in March. It's all snowy around when it comes to finances. And he's got like a whole year yawning at him. 9 months left. That's what's good. That he has to somehow survive on nothing at all, unless he earns a return on his investments in all of these other markets that he's invested in. He then goes to the black market art dealer on some, dude, when is my return on investment coming through? The art dealer tells him, don't worry, wait until April the 30th. The dude is like, okay, fine, I'll wait until April the 30th. And then he goes to his boy on some, dude, I invested in your brothel. Where are the whores at? And why is business scant today? Yeah, well, and the dude is like, don't worry, it's just a bad time of the year. People just came out of festive season. They're only now just getting their act together. They just took their turn back to school. And so these dads don't have money to spend on, like, women. So just relax. Wait until the 7th of May, and then you're gonna start to see clients coming in, and then you're gonna get your cut. And then this dude is like, okay, because remember, at the end of the day, you know, like, you remember how we partied last year, at the beginning of the year, and last year, like, we spent like thousands on just like one very hard knock bottle of booze, and I celebrated with you because I had a whole bunch of money then. Remember that I was there for you when you needed booze from me. So please, like, you better be there for me when I need help. Like, yeah, I invested. Like, that's what's good. This guy's like, don't worry. 30th of March comes, and he knocks on the art dealer's door. And the art dealer's not answering. He then breaks the door down and discovers that the whole place has been swiped clean. It's empty. There's nobody operating there. There's no typewriters because they don't work with electronics. There's nothing. Like, it's gone. The warehouse has been emptied. Like, when then he makes a phone call to the cell phone number of this dealer guy, gone. Landline no longer there because, you know, they've moved premises. And he's like, what in the world? Looks and searches and hunts for this guy, and he has disappeared with his investment. Freaking out, unable to find the black market dude who ran off. I can. And then he goes to his boy on the 7th of May and is like, dude, so where's the clientele? And when he knocks on the door, dude, the brothel has been converted into a spaza shop, because it turns out that in a recession, prostitution just don't pay. Like, it don't. Like, it's bad enough you can't feed your children, so I guess you're just gonna have to stick to the wife of your youth instead of going out with a prostitute, because she be expensive, especially those that give you the girlfriend experience. So men are not coming in because they are struggling to eat in and of themselves. So now it's all like dingy cold, and so he converts this like brothel into a spaza shop in order to be able to sell dikota, low income food, given that it's a recession. This spaza is making a 2% profit every month from last month, so the day will never arrive when this guy's gonna get a return on his investment. Not this year anyway, not next year, not the year thereafter. So he's facing a dry year. And here it is that facing a dry year, he realizes that, oh my goodness, I have squandered my entire allowance. If I go to my mom, she's going to take it from next year's money. And I don't want that. So what I'm gonna do is basically low-key just kind of like start stealing money from my mom's purse, start stealing furniture items from my mom's house, start selling off things that she won't notice, start taking some of her jewelry and pawning it, because I'm gonna return it. I'm gonna return it when, like, I'm gonna make sure that she doesn't even notice that I took it. So I'm gonna take the jewelry that she barely wears, and I'm gonna take items of furniture or little trinkets in the house that nobody knows, notices when they walk by them, and I'm going to pawn them just to survive the rest of the year, and then I will return them as soon as I get my return on investments, until I basically make next year and make better decisions then. Yeah, I will then go to the local supermarket and get a regular 9 to 5. Yeah, scanning groceries. That's what's good. Try to make some ends meet over here. My mom cannot know. She cannot know, because I'm going to walk into the house every day wearing a suit and tie so that she does not even know that I have fallen apart. Yeah, but then the mother does notice that her pearl earrings are missing, her diamond necklace is missing, her this, her that, her da-da-da-da. She notices that there is a trinket in the lounge that is missing. She notices that there is a painting in the basement that is missing, and initially she is out here freaking out, asking the police, I think there is somebody breaking into my house during the day when I am at work or whatever and just taking stuff. I feel like there's a hole in my house. I don't know. Please come do investigations. Do investigations, and all the police find are the fingerprints of the mom and the son, the only people that are always in the house. Only people that are always in the house. Yeah, and they like, ma'am, there's nothing here like that says, there's no visible signs of forced entry. We don't really know why stuff done gone missing, so you're gonna have to, just change your locks or something if you're so insecure, and just make sure that maybe you put surveillance in the house. The mother then makes a decision to take the advice of the popo to put surveillance cameras in her house, but does not tell her son, because she doesn't feel like there's a need to tell the son. And her stuff still keeps on going, missing. And then one day she sees the sticky fingers, this Velcro-handed rando that is like lifting the mother's jewelry type establishment thing. And then the mother is like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this random Thomas is the reason why all my stuff is missing. She then goes to Thomas and is like, Thomas, wait a king. I saw you met your bunga something in broad daylight. You are rotten, Thomas. How you gonna do that to your own mama? However, because you're my child, I'm not gonna take you to no popo, Tomasi. It's clear that you have lost all of your money, your inheritance. That's what's good. And me, as a mother, I don't want my child starving, neither stealing. That's what's good. Obviously, something has happened, and frankly, I don't even want to know what it is. But as a mom, what I'm going to do now is like just gangster ration you. I'm going to ration you. I am going, since you have squandered this year's entire allowance, I am going to grab next year's allowance and cut it in half. And then basically reinvest in you for the remainder of this year by rationing to you a set or an allotted portion every month. And next year, you are then also going to have pretty much rations that are half of what you would have gotten for next year, because it is clear that you cannot be trusted to invest. So since you're my son, I don't want to just throw you away, and I don't want to put you in prison, but I'm going to ration everything you get, and it's going to be a fraction of what you used to get because you can't take care of yourself. But everything else that you need, you're catered to. If you want to sleep, you have a bed in this house. If you want water, there is a running tap. If you want ABC, it is provided for you, but you are not going to be getting physical money. I am rather going to be buying for you everything that you need, because I don't trust you with money anymore. Thomas on that day is gonna wail and mourn that he lost the mother's trust and his own independence, but he's going to, so that at least I'm not on the street. At least my mom was not so mad that she kicked me out of home. At least my mother did not lay me destitute, make sure I have no food, no water, no nothing. At least my mother did not leave me to be a hobo, led me into the hands of my enemies that are going to devour me whole. At least she made sure I have a bed to sleep in, food to eat, water to drink, and shower my body. And I still have things that I need insofar as I have to ask for everything I need. And even then, she doesn't give me the money to go buy it myself. She buys it and then also monitors me to make sure that I don't sell it to make money out of it. I've lost my independence, but at least I have my basic minimum. And that's now the life of a man that would have become a whole thriving investor. A man that would have become a whole thriving businessman. Now they've been reduced, or he's been reduced to a child that has to ask for everything from mommy, and mommy does not trust this kid. So mother not only rations but also makes sure that rather than give Thomas cash, she would much rather buy him the lollipop he wants instead of trust that he is going to buy it with the money that she gives him. Thomas is content with that because at least he's not homeless. I mean, like, can you see yourself in Tom? Can you? Can you make an observation of yourself in Tommy Tom? Do you see yourselves in Thomas? Yeah. Well, that's just the thingy-mabobby that's going on over here with you looting your countries, ransacking them, pulling the rug from underneath the feet of your countrymen. All of your crazy sorcery, the charis that you're involved in, your unpreparedness as well to basically confess when you've committed an abomination. That's the kind of stuff that's gonna get you run by the global elite, otherwise known as the mama, in this case. Alright, now the equivalent of you being given your autonomy to do with what investment it is that to do with what money you've been given, you being granted autonomy by your mother, that would be the tantamount of you currently having the autonomy planet that you currently have to do whatever you want to do with your gifts and with your talents, with everything that the Lord God Almighty on high has allotted you to thrive on this planet that we call Earth. The Lord has given you a mind. The Lord has given you hands with which to work. He's given you a body, this vessel, to walk these streets and to do with what He has given you best what He will have you do with them. He's given you skills. He's given you talents. He has given you everything. In order to live a life in godliness, He has given you a whole thriving body to work the earth, till it by the sweat of your brow, and then bear fruit. Earn a return on your investments. And you went and grabbed that human intelligence that exceeds all other created beings on the earth, and you used it for a most diabolical purpose. And then when these diabolical ends, means of yours, resulted in diabolical ends, when they resulted in the plundering of your ecosystems, when your whole nations were laid destitute and waste, when your families got destroyed, when you lost friends, when people ran off with your inheritance, that's when you then started stealing from God, the mom. That's when you started stealing from His creation. The Lord gave you a mind with it to use throughout your life in order to be fruitful in your body's deeds. And you made a decision to, like I said, concoct evil with these thoughts of yours. And in your evil, invested in all the worst things that you could invest in. You know how Thomas went on right ahead and invested in a brothel? First, he squandered his money on drugs, sex, and alcohol. And then he invested what was left of it in prostitution and black market art dealings. That is the equivalent of you wasting your mind on dumb stuff, talking crap like 24 hours a day, doing random things like plotting, scheming, running with evil thoughts, jealousies. It's written in God's word that the thoughts and intentions of man were evil continually in the days of Noah. That's why he flooded the whole joint. Man were just filled with violence on the earth. Yeah. That was what was going on in that treacherous time. Yeah. Well, those evil thoughts lead to a decimated planet, According to 2 Timothy 3, these wicked thoughts, these squanderings, the tantamount of drug, sex, and alcohol, using all your money on it, is written in 2 Timothy 3. You become lovers of self, lovers of money. You are boastful, proud, blasphemous. You're disobedient to your parents, unthankful, and holy. Always learning, never coming to a knowledge of truth, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, despisers of those who do good, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. Like, you got all these character flaws, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. Like Janus and Jambres, you worm your way into the lives of weak-willed women, etc. So basically, your mind is just gangster rubbish all day, 24/7. Yeah. With that being a thing, it's basically the equivalent of like frontal lobotomizing your brain with like some hard knock drug that's gonna make sure you can no longer do the basic 6 times table. Yeah. Squandering your inheritance on alcohol that's going to massacre your liver until you need dialysis. Squandering your money on prostitutes. Squandering your money on bad women until they give you so many venereal diseases that you become infertile. So you can't even bring forth children. That's what under heaven it is. That is a tantamount of squandering your money on drugs, sex, and alcohol. Like Thomas drinking it up a storm with his boy. Let's say his name was Daniel. Here it is. I'm using these Bible names that are so honorary. But what can I do? Because people that are Thomases and Daniels out here in these streets are still evil. You find the whack Thomas and the whack Daniel, but you also find the biblical one, so hallelujah. Yeah. The investment in brothels and what have you is the equivalent of first of all, you've wasted your life on dumb thoughts and being just whack. Okay? Yeah, that's the first thing. And then the equivalent of you investing in like a whole brothel. Yeah, is essentially the tantamount of putting your money and waging all of your bets, essentially, on things like the occult, on ill-gotten gain, on underhanded practices, on shoddy business deals, on unsavory business practices. You go and you grab your money and you put it in something that's going to make you a grandiose return because you have made an observation that there is lots of money to be made in wickedness. There is lots of money to be made in sin. There is a lot more money to be made in dishonest ways about earning your keep. And so for those reasons, you invest in witchcraft, money laundering, bribing, racketeering, like, whoa, like all different kinds of weird stuff. You are putting your money in it. You bribe the police to get you like access to certain places. You make sure that whenever you commit crimes, dockets go missing, and it's just like, whoa, ain't no law and order. And when you do that, the crimes you committed, there are victims there, and if they don't get justice, you are just worsening the state of your country. You are making it like a crime state. You are making the righteous, the oppressed, the widow, and the orphan unable to breathe in your land, in favor of evil, fattening, sleeking up men and women that love to donate to charity only because they keep on stealing from the people they're donating to. Okay, so that's what you out here doing, randos. You're making me exhausted. Do I look tired just yet? It's only because I am, okay? Squander vibes, that's you. The tantamount of investing in that black market shoddy art dealership joint is what it is that you do with witchcraft. You know how sorcery is this like thingy-mabobby that people walk into, they happen upon it and they think that, oh, hey, this little thingy-mabobby that I have found can give me all the dreams I've ever fathomed in my life. Every desire I can bring into my life through this funny little thing. And nobody will be able to say no, because their brains are gonna be jumbly and scrambly. Therefore, they will always say yes to me. Nobody will be able to resist this gigolo. because I know how to make their inhibitions blow. Yeah, you become Fred Astaire on that day. That's what's good. When you happen upon the occult, when you happen upon witchcraft, metakorobela something, all of a sudden you think nothing is impossible for you. You think everything, Javela, you can just use this nasty little magic wand for it. Don't gotta work, don't gotta build virtue, don't gotta build character, don't gotta actually put in the time. You just need to put in the money into a cauldron and see what happens. See what comes out. So every woman that you desire is in your coffer. Every business deal that you desire is in your coffer. Hey, that's your money. Every little blessing that you spot on an FMCG shelf, instead of paying the money and going home with the product, you just do abacadabra, and it's in your house. Hey. Yeah, né? So black market trading of like expensive artworks like your Van Goghs and your Mona Lisas, like you out here grabbing a Picasso on the black market and then painting a counterfeit to put it in the place where the real one ought to be. But the real one is now in your possession now, and you are out here literally on the black market trading art. And that's exactly what that whole thing is. Like when these people discover witchcraft, they think that they can get even the most expensive art pieces in the world for nothing. They invest in witchcraft to get the best women. They invest in witchcraft to get the best jobs. They invest in witchcraft to become presidents of countries. They invest in witchcraft to become CEOs of companies. They invest in witchcraft to become principals of schools. They invest in witchcraft to win basically competitions that honest, hardworking, law-abiding citizens get passed up for. You know what the tantamount of it is? It's like all of these men competing with women in sports, winning gold medals when they would have been mediocre utterly in their own leagues as men, but then they became champions as transgender women. Yeah, that's what witchcraft does. It awards a gold medal to a mediocre person. It awards gold medals to some of the most flatlining randos that are aberrant in any ecosystem because they don't even fit in, and yet somehow they become number one. They get made stars of the day. They get made number one. Never mind two. They get made the chosen ones. They get given strange favor when there are people who are far better than them on the left and on the right. And strangely, despite the observation of there being people who are better than them on the left and on the right, everybody else is too scared to raise that this is an anomaly. 'Tis aberrant. This ought not be happening, please. It's a mistake. I feel like that's a charlatan. Even though people are making such a discovery as that, they don't say anything because they don't want to touch whatever done given promotions to the most mediocre candidate for the job. And the star is still begging, putting their CV on the market, gathering dust in their mother's houses after 10 years of unemployment. That's what's good, yeah! I don't know how many times I have to keep on saying that I don't know what's going on in corporate South Africa today. It must be like a little circus, because who is running it? It's all these mediocre flatlining randos that literally a defibrillator can't even bring them back to life, but they are your CMO. They are your CEO, they're your company executive, they're your senior manager, they are your line supervisor, they are the person with the job while you are sitting around wasted and devastated in a country that is out here crying like a little namby-pamby baby about a skills exodus. Yeah. The skills exodus of South Africa is not so much in the diaspora leaving to go and work in Europe. It is in the fact that Karabo is sitting in a shack at the back of her mother's house gathering dust with all this talent. That's your skills exodus. Look komikuku, look in the holes in dungeons where you've hidden them. Go on right ahead and look in graves. Go and exhume cadavers. That's where you're gonna find the skills exodus of South Africa. But nah, which is out here running corporate South Africa, cracking a silly whip that doesn't even have impetus, but don't nobody know. Why? Because there's no barometer to gauge that this is substandard country. This is a substandard economy. This is substandard performance because all the good people are not there to measure by. All the great gifted people are so gone out of the ecosystem that when a person is cracking a lackluster whip that is landing with no impetus at all on the floor, nobody even can tell that it doesn't have the impetus it needs. Because like I said, by whom are you measuring? Against whom are you measuring? What is the barometer of success or excellence in the country? Who is the person that you are weighing against? It's yet another flatlining bozo. That's what's good. And so it doesn't really show that the country has lost some pretty excellent people and that there is like a whole heart that is fading. It's about to enter into eternity. The silver cord is about to be cut. Somebody gonna die out here in these streets. You don't even notice that your nations are dead or dying. Because there is nobody excellent, stellar, absolutely a massive, gargantuan paradigm shifter by which to compare your success, given that you done, like I said, kick them out like a soccer ball and made them live for like a whole decade at the back of their mother's house gathering, I don't know, dust. I'm in the Kalahari or something. My face beat into Kalerole. La Santa. Sand is my foundation now, the way I'm so ashy dry in the wild. That's what's good. But somebody violently and painstakingly mediocre is running the show where I am supposed to be. To solve a very madly confusing event that, I shall confess, I shall absolutely confess. 'Tis a terrible thing this, make it better. Seize it from the terribleness with which it walketh these streets. But if you seize it not, I guess what we're gonna deal with is Klaus Schwab running you, telling you, you will own nothing and be happy, okay? Men are therefore married to these like ladies that are like, whoa, girl, were you sleeping on your wedding day? Were you high on the supply of some satanic drug? Sister girl, let's talk about this Siboto that you are marrying. Can we have a conversation about this deadbeat no-brainer that you are letting put a ring on it? Dude, is you really about to marry that girl? Onule mamba. Yeah. But you should know not to drink mbamba on the day you propose marriage, dude. That could mess with your senses. It could take away your ability to think straight. How are you, Temba Wabantu? Batung, you that dude with all those stats. Wenzani nano lerato, etsalang mon. Lerato batung taifina lelera etle. What's about a monarchy village bicycle like it? You know this is a village bicycle, dude. Everybody done rode that. Top of that, look at her and her Pooza face. What are you doing, Tamba? Proposing marriage to Trifina. I don't get it. But nah, Tamba's out here marrying Trifi. Tamba's out here marrying Lerato. Batung spusiso ubizi mo lifing. Ka Pinky wateng. Seboto T. Seboto two. But like, spusiso, akuna tigene ngamfuni di guy. There's no woman in these streets that don't want Sibusisu. But he's out here, man. What? Dude. Oh, like, you know when people wince when you propose marriage, they're like, yeah, that's you. People be out here in these streets thoroughly being like, ooh, when you propose marriage, because it's like you tripped and broke your teeth. The way that there's no glory to that rubbish. Korobela moitsa my thing. Here's this dude, literally hanging up a Mona Lisa, gomukuku, hanging up a Mona Lisa in a shack. Yeah. And it's just like sitting there every so often. Like, every so often they're cooking with a gas stove. It could burn the whole shack and the Mona Lisa down. But nah, you got a Mona Lisa and a Picasso and a Van Gogh. In a shack. But like the Van Gogh, Mona Lisa, or Picasso, seeing as they're inanimate objects, I don't know that they are misplaced. Utterly misplaced. Chilling in a marriage with some deadbeat zombie. 'cause he done found himself a magic wand. We told it's a magic wand and so he went on right ahead and married Lerato, even though in her day, there's no guy that was not out there trying to propose marriage to Lerato. But now Lerato girl, nah, today you out here married to Jabu girl. And everybody knows that bugger don't make no sense for nobody. Nobody, especially not you. But you out here being hung as a Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa, they have named you. You're like the lady with the mystery smile. Is it only 'cause you're lonely with this homie? For that Mona Lisa sadness in your fake smile? Or do you smile to hide that you're married to this nasty? Oh, is this your way to hide a broken heart? You don't know why you're dry, Mona Lisa, when there should be waterfalls and all the joy in your life. It's the bugger that you're married to, Mona Lisa, that has stolen all your glory and you cannot see. You're now ashy 'cause of Jabu, Mona Lisa, 'cause he stole you right off the gallery floor for 2 bob. Now you're barely recognizable as a Mona Lisa, 'cause your husband leaves a lot to be desired. He's a sorcerer and a total magician. So now Mona Lisa is a sad and lonely, lovely work of destroyed art. And that's your song, girl. It's a funeral dirge now. Ain't no more baya shantanam sanje. It's a wedding date. Nah, it's a funeral dirge. On the day that Mona Lisa out here hanging out. Nisboto se occult. That's what's good. We're singing goodbye to the Mona Lisa on that day when she married the gangrene in her body. How he's rotting and rotting her from within, till she's barely recognizable 10 years later. 'Cause in and of herself she's now a lady of the night. Mona Lisa alone. Party. Anyway, yeah, so these guys are just stealing collector's items with magic wands. Making like a tuning fork. But you see, the thing about that art dealer is that he disappeared. Ain't no honor among thieves. Y'all know that. You scatter from each other. You just stand with one another for the 5 seconds within which you are doing a seance. That's what's good. After that, it's every man for himself. Every time I look around for my partner in crime, I'm missing him. Somebody tell me why. On that morning when I needed my coffin, I looked around to see their face. But then every step I take, every move I make, every time I pray, I realize that they are nowhere to be found. I am missing them. Somebody tell me why. You traitor! Oh! You ought to have known there is no honor among thieves. So when then your occult organization done abandon you, and you go looking for them in that warehouse, now that you keep on casting spells that don't work, you have invested in something that doesn't work. You know how Thomas went and invested in something in this like black market art dealership, and then one day he was gone? Yeah, that's what happens when people who induct you into the occult introduce you into darkness. When then this darkness decimates your life. When then this darkness does not pay off. When there is a victim of yours that finds out, I know what you did last summer. When there is a victim of yours on some, I still know. You then go to the occult on some mukete to finish them off. Like my cousin has been trying to roll me down with a steamroller for years. Her occults try to help me with me. Her occults try to help her with me. She was advised to turn me cold against Jesus. And when that didn't work, on that morning, when I knocked on their door, I was surprised not to see their face. Every step I take, every move I make, every day I wake, I've been looking around, and now my occult body, I am missing him. Crocodile trana. Crocodile trana. Crocodile. So the crocodile trana is the crocodile style yoga slang and eat you alive like a Pac-Man. That's the occult. It's Pac-Man for you. Eating you alive. All of your life. Done. Gone. Choncha vibes. What's getting about whatever do to deserve this rubbish show? Come on, walk with me. Walk with me. I would go and celebrate. Stand with each other. But why you gonna leave me alone like this? Whatever. No, not a family. I can't do this on my own. Not on my own. Not on my own. I did not sign up for this on my own. Lady Macbeth out here committing suicide. Girl, what you expect? What you expect? Crime don't pay, yo. No pay. $0 That's your crime for you. Cause you walk around all over the show in the streets cause you think it's gonna give you something tomorrow, yeah? So you keep trying until car accidents. I told you, you will die. Random buffoonery. There is no honor among thieves. Like, what is wrong with you? South Africa. So now look at how you done made your country dry and barren. Ain't nobody see nothing but a tumbleweed in the street. You remember the day when things used to be better? The sun was always shining, and on better days it was raining. We always had full crop at harvest time. The forests were growing, even the smallest little patch of land had grass on it. But now it's all dry, ain't nothing growing nowhere. Look around in the corner, think it's a peach, but it's a mirage. Every day it's a desert now, cause these witches done taking over. Now everybody's sad 24 hours a day living in fear. And we don't know when under heaven this ever gonna end, but you know what? We was born by the river in that little tent, oh. And ever since then, like the river, we've been running. It's been a long time. Long time coming. French It's gonna go. It's gonna go. Whoa. It's gonna go. It's Forget you, God. What kind of a God does this to a country? If you're God, why didn't you fix it? If you're God, why didn't you fix it? Okay, I'll take the mark. Just give me some kind of a semblance of a normal life, okay? Here's my hand. I are a robot now. I don't even cry. I are a hand over family member to be killed because I love Antichrist. I are a robot now. I don't even cry. I are a hand over all of my soul to the Antichrist. Yeah! Look at you be converted to the darkness because you done destroyed your own land. Let's move to the next part.